Once the intellect scans the desire, what is craving, yearning, lust, all of which give a lot of stress, now becomes aim, ambition, goal, ideal, which gives much less mental agitation. You reduce desires using a very simple technique, which is pick up a higher desire. The moment you pick up a higher desire, all the desires at the lower level vanish. You know, it's like a pyramid, we'll see shortly. There's a gentleman in New York who is a multi-millionaire, and he had his business. He was manufacturing something, selling them, a whole lot of things he was doing. And suddenly something happened in his life, and he picked up which sparked off his thinking. He picked up a desire to work for the environment. And the moment that one desire came, all other desires vanished. He's not doing anything different. It's just that his attention has shifted. When the mind goes to the higher, the lower desires get starved, they become irrelevant to you. That's how you have grown. When all of us were children, we had desires for toys, right? Infinite desires for toys. You can never take a child past a toy shop without the child asking for something, right? But the moment now that you are full-grown adults, do you still have desires for toys? No. Did you at any time take a decision to give up the desire for toys? No. Then what happened? You simply grew. When you grow to higher aspirations, you grow to understand things that are more fulfilling, more satisfying, then automatically the lower drops. This is how we should go about life. As full-grown adults, we are still spiritual children. But unfortunately, the movement from spiritual infancy to spiritual adulthood is not automatic. You need to put in effort. And to help you put that effort, these great masters have laid down techniques, have given us knowledge. It is for us to tap into this knowledge, put it into our own lives, become living examples of this knowledge, and become role models for future generations.